it now? What do we want? Ceasefire. When do we want it? Now.
So there you had a clip of John Fetterman walking past pro-Palestinian protesters and a few of them getting arrested while he was waving an Israel flag. Now, I'll let you guys decide. What's going on with John? Is he clueless or is he just a complete troll? Y'all tell me. But he recently did say something that I actually really agree with. I do agree with it. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Right now, there are two additional Democrats running for president right now. One is a congressman from Minnesota. The other one is the governor of California. They're both running for president, but only one had the guts to announce it.
So he's talking about Gavin Newsom, who is a smooth talker. And it's why I don't understand. Well, I do understand. I have my theory as to why this is happening. The debate between Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis, which Ron DeSantis in some primary polls is third behind Nikki Haley, right? Even in deep red states where you would think it would be Ron over Nikki, but it isn't. Isn't at all. And then, of course, you got Trump, who's just, far and ahead, 40 points, 30 points, 50 points, ahead in some of these different places. But, yeah, Gavin is a smooth talker, but when it actually comes to getting things done, the guy's not good at all. He's actually terrible. Check out this older clip of Gavin Newsom making a promise that I'll just let you listen.
We believe fundamentally that food solves hunger, that shelters solve sleep, and that housing solves homelessness. And if we're going to solve the problem of those that are out on the streets that we define as homeless, we better solve the housing problem if we're going to have an impact. And that's why we established this framework, what we call a 10-year plan to end chronic homelessness in San Francisco. We believe
10 years. This was back in 2008. Last time I checked, it's been over 10 years since 2008. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my math is a bit off here. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section, okay? But it is obvious what is happening here. Gavin is running a quiet presidential campaign. That's exactly what he's. It's right there in our face. It's in our face. And hey, like John Fetterman said, he just doesn't have the cojones to admit it.
The medal. If Gavin wants to run over a kid during a friendly game of pickup, no one's going to blow the whistle.
Look at this guy over in China.
From their birds to their walls, China took away Gavin's breath. Gavin left China so inspired that he told the Chinese, "My house is your house. Come over whenever you want, Xi. Maybe we'll grab dinner and catch a game."
And what a great way to level set in terms of a serious meeting, a serious moment in the relationship between our respective countries, and talk about Kobe Bryant. I mean, and he talked very fondly about that visit to Los Angeles. He talked very fondly about the visit to San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge, and I reinforced our hope and expectation, which is now being realized, that he'll visit California again.
Xi's a Kobe fan?
I mean, that's well established in this meeting. Let's just, in that case, we want to make him a Curry fan as well.
Well, this relationship is moving faster than primetime thought. Gavin was in China for 6 days, and Xi's already coming to San Francisco. These two can't keep their hands off each other. But there's a problem. Gavin's house is a mess. California isn't all cranes and toboggans. So what's Gavin going to do? Can't have the Chinese president see your place like this. Got to clean it up. It's like when you were a kid. Got to hide everything in the closet. So San Francisco is rushing to clear out their homeless camps ahead of Xi's big visit. San Francisco's homeless department says, quote, "When our community hosts events, we want to put our best foot forward." So Newsom only cleans up the homeless to impress his Chinese buddy, but he won't clean up for Americans who live there and pay taxes. Patrick Bet David's the founder and CEO of Value Entertainment. How insulting is it to people of California where it takes a foreign dignitary to come in and that's when they start fixing problems?
That's sad. It's sad. But I also told you guys what the issue is when it comes to, things like the homeless crisis, right? The issue is this: when you have individuals who are being paid a handsome amount to fix an issue, those are competing things, right? I'm paying my bills, feeding my family by trying to fix this issue. If I fix the issue and it is no longer a problem, then I'm no longer able to feed my family. See how that creates a problem there? So, in my humble opinion, people that do these types of jobs shouldn't be paid, or should be paid very, very little. Minuscule amount, right? Something that you wouldn't be able to live off of. Because when you're able to live off of these salaries that people are getting paid to fix these problems, you'll never get the problems fixed, in my humble opinion. They will never be fixed. It is counterproductive for these folks to actually fix the problem. And I get it, right? I'm not necessarily knocking these folks because this is how they feed their family, right? Nobody wants to see their family starve. Nobody wants to see their family put out on the streets, So I get it, but it's also an issue that we have to admit is an issue. You can't have those two things and think something is going to get fixed. It's not. As a matter of fact, I would say that the homeless issue has gotten worse. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Jesse, it's great to be on with you. Well, first of all, you got to tell him, give him credit for at least trying to put on a show and an act to say, hey, mi casa, tu casa, you can come to my house. California is your place, and he's trying to sell this whole thing. But there's a couple things we need to know about Gavin Newsom. When you look at his resume, you'll understand what he's doing. There's only one thing this man hasn't done. He was born in 1967 in San Francisco. His father was a California State Appeals Court judge close to the Getty family, the billionaire. Graduates from Santa Clara, opens a winery with Getty investment money, enters politics in 1996 at San Francisco's Parking and Traffic Commission, then becomes the Board of Supervisors for San Francisco, then becomes the mayor of San Francisco in 2003, then in 2010 becomes a lieutenant governor, then in 2018 becomes the 40th governor of California. There's only one thing left for him to do, and that's presidency, and it's wide open today. There's only one person that's going to get in the way, I believe, on him becoming a president, and it's not Joe Biden. I think it's Kamala Harris. I think the only creative way they have to think about on how he can become a president is how are you going to spin the story of Kamala stepping away for a white man to become the president. It's very complicated. I bet behind closed doors, all these strategy people cannot figure out a way to make him the U.S. president. It's very hard, but they're trying to get creative.
Well, that'll be a identity politics circular firing squad, which I myself will get the popcorn ready for. Patrick, if you lived in San Francisco and you had to step over drug-addicted vagrants on your way to work, as that woman was doing who was filming that zombie apocalypse video we showed you, what would you feel about the governor if he ignored you for the last 10 years and all of a sudden the Chinese leader comes by and everything gets cleaned up like that? How would you feel as a voter and a taxpayer?
Well, look, the best way people can vote in business is through buying the product. You don't like Starbucks, you go to Coffee Bean. You don't like McDonald's, you'll go to In-N-Out. If you don't like California, you go to a different state.
Yeah.
Every year, the last 3 years, they've lost people. If you look at the net positive migration of states, 50th by negative 343. 343,000 people left California just in 2022. Florida picked up net positive 320. Numbers are showing people are not happy. They're leaving. But does this mean 100% of people are not happy? Of course not. But the right people are making their vote by leaving the state.
That's a great point. And now you don't even have to go to Hollywood to get famous. You can just take a phone and point it at yourself and get rich and famous. No more casting couches like there used to be.
Goodness gracious, man. But I love what Jesse Waters said there. He said, how would that make you feel if you've had this problem all this time and now it's being fixed because somebody foreign is coming over here? How would that make you feel? And, I love the way that he framed that because it's 100% on point. Like this is nuts. Now you decide to try to clean things up because somebody else, like, why wasn't that problem fixed before? First off, right? Because I know Gavin Newsom is going to get in this debate with Ron. Honestly, he's probably going to destroy Ron DeSantis. Okay. Y'all remember, clip this and remember it. When it happens, when Ron DeSantis and Gavin Newsom debate, Gavin Newsom will win, or it will be perceived as if he won, right? Because he's a smooth talker. I'll give him credit. He is a smooth talker. I'm telling y'all, do not be surprised when y'all wake up that next day and you're looking at all these different clips. You like, man, goodness gracious. Remember I said it, okay? Now I'm not cheering for Gavin Newsom. Obviously, you guys know that. Come on now. You guys know, ain't no way I'm supporting any Gavin Newsom types. I'm nothing even close to a Gavin Newsom type. I don't even want Ron DeSantis, right? And he's far from Gavin Newsom. But I just feel like that's the truth. You know, he's a smooth talker, and I've seen him get on a show with Hannity and spin Hannity in circles. Now, yes, Hannity's not the greatest debater or talker in the world. We all understand that, but still, what he did to Sean Hannity was like, oh crap. Yeah, I mean, I know he's terrible, but America doesn't know how terrible he is, and yeah, he just made himself look kind of good right there, unfortunately, to people who don't know the truth. But if you look at California, they should realize what the truth is. But like I said, he's able to kind of spin it a little bit. My question to you guys is this: when does Gavin actually announce that he's running against Joe? Or does he never announce it? And do you think Democrats already have a plan to move Joe out of the way and just usher Gavin in? Something's going on here. Something is happening here. You don't typically have governors, running over to other countries and inviting people who run up, presidents of other countries to come over to their state and walk. This stuff is kind of weird, and going on trips around the country to talk and running ads against people that you're not even necessarily running against. Like, all of this is weird. Something is going on here, and I agree with John Fetterman. He's running a shadow campaign against Joe. But when will he announce? Or will he never announce? There's just so many different questions that we have yet to have answered. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And on top of all of that, you have to get over, and Patrick Bet-David had mentioned it there, you have to skirt around the issue of Kamala. You can't just push her to the side. That's not possible in their party. That's the monster that they created. You can't just shove aside a person of color. That's going to look really terrible to your voting base, especially when you do that for a white male. Good luck. So what's the plan here? I genuinely have no clue. I don't have a single clue what obviously I have some ideas, but it's just like, will that actually work? You could get Kamala to come out and say, yeah, we had a great run. I started with Joe and I'm going to finish with Joe. I mean, you could, but that just isn't going to, I don't believe people are going to buy that. Especially when you're ushering in a white male. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know. Let me know about this whole situation in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.